Hi, I'm Ryan, and this is 77 Rockets Woodworking. In this week's episode, we're going to be taking this normal, everyday wood that you could buy at your big box store, and we're going to be turning it into 2 projects. So check it out. Alright, so even though these will be 2 separate builds, which is exactly 3 separate builds if you break it down, the first one I'm going to be breaking down into 4 by 4 inch pieces of the 4x4 redwood, and I'm going to join those together so they're all together in one, and then I'm going to drill a 3-inch hole with this 3 1/8 inch Forstner bit, which I got these new candles, these holiday candles, which will be pretty nice. And then the second one, it's going to be a 5-inch by 12-inch, both of them are, and then one's going to have a round over edge and one is going to have a chamfered edge, and they're going to have 2 big 3 1/8 inch holes for these big candles, and then those will come in together. This one will be in the center, and then the one will come in from the side, and the other one will come in from the side. And then another detail I'm going to add is I'm going to be drilling these holes, small holes, with these 3/4 and 1/2 inch Forstner bits for these little inset beads or stones, if you will. And I'm going to be putting those throughout each of these pieces. This, maybe not the smaller ones, but definitely the bigger one. So here we go. Here we have our pieces. Obviously I got this one long piece, which I'm going to use for both of the pieces that are going to join together for the side candles. But just to utilize my lumber that I have, these are 2 9-inch pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come 4 inches both ways. So 4 that way, 4 that way, and then do it with the same thing with the other piece. That way I get all 4 pieces at 4 inches. And this way you don't have to worry about blade breakdown. I'll have a little bit of excess wood left, but I'm not really going to do anything with that. So I get those, square those up. Oops. So you have 4 separate cuts, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there for this one. And then this next one, that whole blade breakdown will come into play. So you got this whole piece right here, and instead of 12 inches like I said recently, I'm gonna break it down into them into 11-inch pieces. So first cut's gonna be 11 inches. Next one's gonna be 22 1/8. Next one, 33 1/4. And then this next one, I'll just come from this endo, and that'll be 11 inches. And I'll square those off. For our waist in between, I always put an X, just so I know where my good sides are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and those 2 pieces are broken down for each of those other candle holders. Let's get to cutting. Alright, so it's on to the milling process now. So obviously these longer ones are going to be easier to mill. Now, generally, I would have left these long, but I guess I just didn't think about that at the moment. But I'm going to run these through still, and it's just going to be shorter. So here we go.
It's alive! Oh shit, there's a lathe. What's up, lathe? You see me soon?
Now that we've surfaced two sides, now it's time to surface the third side, do the thickness planer. Let's go! Alright, so these three sides are milled. Now it's time to run these bad boys through the table saw. Here we go! All right, so I got these all cut down on the table saw, so all 4 sides are good to go. So that's going to be the glue up for that one, then this one, and then this one. I'll see you back after the glue up. Yeah. All right, so I got these cut down to 5 inches, and I actually, instead of 12 inches, I went 10 inches on both of these. Now, I laid these out first because it's a lot easier to do that before I put a rounded edge or a chamfered edge on there. So I split it into 5, split that 10 into 5, and then I came in an inch both ways, and then I split the 3 1/8 inch bit. I split that in half, so 1 9/16 both ways. Did my axis on both, and then I took my candle and I scribed it. So what's next is now I'm going to be running with my Colt. I'm going to be running a 1 inch round over on one of them, and then I'm going to be running a 1 inch chamfer bit on the other one. And then after that, I'll be drilling out my holes for both that and here. And then after that, we'll be adding to this one, and maybe this one's, I don't know yet. I'm kind of debating the holes for the stones. So here we go. All right, now to slap some finish on these bad boys. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Obviously, one of them didn't turn out the way I would have liked when I was reaming the hole out with the 3 1/8 inch bit. It drifted on me, so I improvised and split it in half, and then rounded over another edge, but came out pretty good nonetheless. Yeah, this one was a little bit out of my comfort zone. I didn't really know what to do about as far as reaming the holes, but turned out okay. Other than that, not much for materials, not much for finish. It's a real cheap and easy project to do if you have a little bit of time. This was a one-day build, and hopefully you guys and girls like this. You can probably sell these for a pretty good amount of money on Etsy or Facebook Marketplace or whatever you'd like to do. Yeah. So this one's been fun. My name is Ryan, and this is 77 Rockets Woodworking. I'll catch you on the next one. Later, alligators.